Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Shera, with guest stars Jeffrey Lewis, Mills Watson, Charles Frank, with special guest star Tiffany Bowling. Tonight's episode, The Captives.
Anybody home?
I'm sorry there, partner. I guess I fell asleep back here.
Oh, things kind of quiet on Sundays, huh?
Yeah, I think the whole town's over to the big fair over there in Culverton. Is that where you're headed?
No, I just came from there. They're showing some mighty fine-looking horses over there. Are you Mr. Mooney?
Yeah. What'd it be?
Well, how about a glass of milk and a piece of your famous apple pie for a start?
Apple pie, right.
Over there.
Oh, yeah. I don't usually serve customers myself anymore, you see, but I let all the help have the day off so they could enjoy the fair like everyone else.
Oh, including this young lady? Gloria Godwin?
You a cop or something?
Private investigator, Barnaby Jones. Gloria disappeared about 9 weeks ago. Her husband asked me to find her.
She in some kind of trouble with the law?
No. Nowadays, it's a woman that runs away from home and family. Her husband is looking for her.
Huh. Yeah. Well, what makes you think that I'd be any help to you, Mr. Jones?
Well, she's one of your waitresses, isn't she?
Oh, am I?
According to her employment record.
I see. Oh, yeah, I remember her now. She didn't stay more than a couple of days, though, before she quit about a month ago.
That's funny, because according to my information, about a month ago, she was working up in Merced, and she took this job a few days later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't a month ago that she quit. It was more like a couple of weeks.
Any idea where she is now?
Oh, waitresses come and go. Who can keep track of them, you know?
Well, thank you very much. What I owe you?
Oh, $50.
You having a special on your famous apple pie, Mr. Mooney?
Special?
Sign says 75 cents.
That just proves I should have stayed in bed this morning. With the milk, that'll be $1.
Good pie.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Same to you.
don't you just tell him you were closed?
Yeah, well, I got rid of him, didn't I? Well, Mr. Mooney, this belongs to you. But tip belongs to me. Fair is fair, right? I mean, it's not like we're a bunch of cheap crooks.
You got rid of him, huh?
Yeah, I guess he's gonna be trouble after all.
Well, I don't want to use this, but I will if I have to.
Am I gonna give those guys competition or what?
Well, I'll tell you, JR, if you could win a tennis championship on looks alone, kid, you got it. What's the first prize? A blonde, brunette, or redhead?
All three. It's a matched set. Is this the report on Brown versus Miller?
Mm-hmm. Would you believe that it took the entire weekend almost to decipher my shorthand? I've got to go back to school.
Where's Barnaby?
The missing wife. Remember he had to go up to Las Mesas?
Oh, yeah. I was sure he'd be back by now, though.
Why? Something wrong?
Could be if I don't get Barnaby to sign these right away.
Well, what's the rush? They don't have to be in New York until court opens on Tuesday.
Tomorrow. Brown's lawyer told me the judge refused a postponement, and he's on his way to the airport in a couple of hours, and I promised him I'd get it to him before his plane left.
I'd better try and reach him up there before he leaves. Let's see, what's that, 555? Information, yes. I'd like the telephone number of Mooney's Cafe, please.
Headed for the hotel.
Stay here.
Mooney's Cafe.
Yes, is a Barnaby Jones there, please? He's a rather tall man, about 6'3".
Oh, no, I never heard of him.
Well,
What's the matter? You already left?
I don't know. He said he never heard of him.
He didn't take a fishing pole with him, did he?
That fair in Culverton. He said something about wanting to look in on it.
Oh, great. He doesn't know about the postponement. He'll spend the whole day up there. I better change out of these and drive up.
JR, wait. Fair's fair. I mean, you have a tennis match, I have a date. I'll flip you to see who goes.
Well, I'm afraid we're both out of luck, Betty. Stay by the phone, keep calling Mooney's Cafe, and if you get Barnaby, tell him I'm on my way up. I don't want to pass him on the road. Oh, hi.
Hello? Looking for a room? No, I'm looking for a young lady that used to work in the cafe down the street, Gloria Godwin. Godwin? Godwin, yeah. I heard she left town 2 weeks ago. Happen to know where she went? No. She drive? Yeah. Well, then maybe the filling station manager might know. You seen him around lately? Well, I heard him say something about going up to the fair. Well, the pumps are still unlocked. Somebody must be running the place. I'll wait around down there. Thank you.
Turkey hangs around down there long enough, he's gonna mess things up for sure.
I think you're right.
Hey, mister. I just remembered something.
About Gloria?
Yeah.
It seems when she checked out of here, she mentioned something about getting a job up at that fair in Culverton.
That Culverton Fair really emptied the people out of this town. She say where?
Yeah. Yeah, a chicken restaurant. It's just past the main entrance, Mr. Jones. You'll find her there.
I don't recall mentioning my name.
Well, you must have. How else would I know it?
Maybe you're right. Well, I better call my office. If I'm going back to Culverton, I've got to let them know where I'll be.
Sure.
Thank you. I have a number of the sheriff's office. Thank you. Whoever's behind the door, come out. I've got a gun on you. Your hand's empty. Well, what have we got here?
Freeze, mister. Right there. Hands up.
Who's gonna phone the sheriff, Earl?
Crying out loud. What would you have done if I hadn't come back?
Well, I was gonna stop him. He just got the drop on me, that's all.
Well, we both made mistakes. Mine was calling him Jones. Here.
Good. All right, everybody out the back.
Do you fellas mind? This man will choke if he stays this way much longer.
It's all right, Richie.
Thanks, mister.
All right. Take him back to the hotel. And then get rid of the car.
All right. All right, come on. Move.
Wait a minute. Go ahead.
They're just finishing loading.
You mean it hasn't left yet?
Take it easy, Tom. Kind of payday we got coming up. A couple extra minutes don't matter. Oh, hey. Here we go. It's rolling.
Got some more guests for you, kid. Ron call yet?
Just now, Earl. It's on its way.
How about that, huh?
I told you it was gonna work like a charm.
You gentlemen figuring me for a daily or a weekly rate?
You give us any trouble, it may be for the rest of a very short life. Inside.
Okay, plenty of seats. You sit over there. And you sit there, mister. Who's he?
Private detective, I heard him say. I'm Curtis. I own this place. Are they doing any damage out there?
Not that I noticed.
How'd you get mixed up in this, mister?
I was looking for you, Gloria.
Me?
Your husband hired me to find you.
Robert?
He wanted you to know that your son and daughter miss you very much.
Somebody's coming, a guy. He's alone. Richie? Hi. I was beginning to think this town was one of those abandoned movie sets.
No, they're not making any movies here.
No, that's just a joke. I'm looking for my boss, Barnaby Jones. He's supposed to see a waitress that works at the cafe down the street.
Well, Mooney's is closed.
Yeah, I noticed. Thing is, a friend talked to somebody there about an hour ago.
It was open then.
Yeah, well, you might have called in by now. Can I use your phone?
Sure.
Yeah, operator, area code 213. Number is 555-9110. Mm-hmm. Reverse the charges, please.
Say, this Jones fella, he's a tall guy, over 6 feet.
Yeah, that's right. Has he been here?
Well, I noticed a stranger down at Mooney's Cafe about a half an hour ago before he closed. He was talking on the phone. He was trying to locate a Lori or Glory.
Yeah, Gloria Godwin.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And then he said he had to go on up to the fair to check something out and got in his car and took off.
Oh, no. Betty, listen.
You make out what's going on?
Half an hour ago. JR, something's not quite right.
What do you mean? What's that?
Well, after you left, I put in another call to Mooney's Cafe, but no one answered. So I had the operator check the line. She said it was out of order. And I called just a few minutes ago. It's still out of order.
You said that Jones made a call from Mooney's Cafe about a half hour ago?
About then, yeah.
Betty, why don't I call you back in a little while, all right? Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Richie.
Something go wrong?
He knows I lied about that phone call. We've got to stop him.
Yeah, you're making a big thing out of nothing. I don't think so. We got trouble.
Turn around.
What?
I just try to untie my hand.
Oh.
Anybody know what they're up to?
Nope. They showed up here a couple hours ago. Got the drop on those of us not smart enough to go up to the fair and shoved us in here. All very methodical. Like they were working off some sort of plan.
Isn't much to rob in Las Mesas if that's what the scheme is.
I get the impression they're waiting for something.
Son of a gun, I can't get at the knot.
They're coming back. All right, you and you, out. What do you want with us?
Wait a minute.
Just do as you're told.
Hey. Sit down.
I just wanted you to know that your husband hired me to find you, not to force you to come back. I wouldn't do that anyway, even if I could.
Little Kimmy and Bobby Jr., are they all right in their day nursery school?
Well, he has to keep them somewhere while he's working. But I'm sure they'd rather be home with their mother.
Oh, damn.
Hey. You trying to get smart with you?
No, it's all right.
You don't look too good. You want some water?
Yes, please. I was 17 when I met Robert. Shortly after, I became pregnant, so we got married. First there was Kim, and then Bobby Jr.
Yes, I know. I've met them. They're fine kids.
Don't you understand? I was only 17, stuck with a family.
It doesn't sound like a tragedy to me.
But I never had a chance for anything else. All the things I've read in magazines and saw on television, I want that. I want to see what else there is out there. That's why when I went to the market that day, I never stopped. I just kept right on driving.
Let me ask you something. When this is over, you going back?
What?
You asked me, you did right. There's a lot of good living out there for the taking.
Thanks. And I didn't ask you.
Hell, I already patrolled Las Mesas first thing this morning. And I didn't see anything that make anybody think anything was unusual going on, like you say.
Well, it certainly didn't become a ghost town for no reason.
Tell you one thing, if this Barnaby Jones wasn't a friend of the sheriff, you wouldn't be getting me out here on his hunch years. Not with most of the men away working extra duty at the fair. Ghost town, huh?
Well, there was nobody there before.
Hi there, Deputy.
How's it going, Joe? Everything all right?
Sure thing.
Hello, Gordon. What brings you back this way?
Oh, here's looking for a man named Barnaby Jones. He thinks he might have, got himself in some kind of trouble while he's here in Las Mesas.
That so?
Notice anything out of the ordinary going on?
No, can't say I have. It's been pretty quiet here.
Look, I'm not imagining things. This isn't even the guy I talked to before.
Before?
Hi, Deputy. My name's Anderson. I'm the new desk clerk.
Oh, that's right. I just hired Mr. Anderson yesterday.
I was just telling this fellow before that the guy he's looking for has left town.
Yeah, that's right. You said you overheard him trying to make a phone call at the cafe.
Yeah.
Except the phone's been dead. Come on, I'll show you. Now it's open.
Afternoon, Mr. Mooney.
Deputy?
They fixed it.
I see you had some trouble with your phone, Mr. Mooney.
Oh, some fella got mad talking to his girl, ripped it out. Had to close down for a while. Go get Lou Massey and have him come over and splice it together. Sunday, you know. Phone company will fix it proper tomorrow.
I don't know whether you're on something or pulling some kind of fraternity prank or both. But whatever, I'm driving you back to your car right now.
Look, about an hour ago, did a tall guy about 6 foot with gray hair make a call from this phone?
You mean the man asking for Gloria? Yes. Yes, he drove on up to Coverton to talk with her.
Satisfied? Let's go. Come on.
Hope that friend of yours bought it. Otherwise, he's gonna get himself killed.
Think Ron was able to slow up that truck?
Well, if he didn't, it'd be here by now.
Yeah, just think 20 or 25 minutes, and we're gonna have $250,000 just dropped in our lap. How about that? Those people we got inside, they're gonna be able to identify us. You know that.
Money's not enough, huh? You want to solve it with a bunch of killings?
Well, some of us don't like the idea of running off to Europe or Mexico. Some of us like it right here in the good old U.S. of A.
Well, I'll decide what we do.
Let's get him riled up.
Shh. Hey, it's that private eye's friend. Get him, you understand? Give me your rifle.
Truck here yet?
No, don't pal, it's back.
Hey, get back to your chair.
If anything happens to Jedediah, the world won't be big enough for you or those other people to hide in.
Richie! Where is he? He's hiding somewhere in all this.
right there. Earl and me, we've been roustabouts together for years. He's not a killer. Believe me, we don't want anybody to get hurt.
And if I don't stop, you'll shoot me, right? Don't talk to us about not wanting to hurt people. You take people with guns, they're liable to go off. Just what do you think you're into, son? Some schoolboy cops and robbers game?
I hope I'm there when they catch him and the rest. See them all shot down like dogs.
Like a Mustang running wild. You'd think there'd be more good in taming him than in killing him.
Richie? Not a sign of him! We're running out of time, Earl! We'll run out of time a lot quicker if he gets that sheriff. Earl, I got him! Richie, where is he?
Dave, the gauge is right. We are losing water.
Damn. It's 28 miles back to the office. You think you can milk it that far?
Sure. Let's radio ahead and tell them we're going to stop in Las Mesas. Maybe we can fix it at Wiley Station.
Yeah, and pick up some of Mooney's apple pie if I know you.
Gloria. About 10, 15 minutes. Gonna get my hands on a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money.
Well, I didn't figure you and your friends were here for the community chest.
What I'm trying to say is, I got it on my mind how you were wondering what else is out there. Why don't you come with me and find out?
With you?
Yeah. I mean, why not? My share of the money, we could go a long ways.
Earl! Earl!
Just stay in there.
Where's Earl?
Wasn't he with you?
No, we got split up.
What happened to Jedediah?
Give me your extra gun.
I asked you about Jedediah. Is he all right?
I'm gonna blow holes in you.
All right, now just take it easy. Anyway, I'd like to know myself.
Oh, he suckered me into a bad move and got my gun away from me. For all I know, he could be in San Bernardino by now.
Robbing the Culverton Fair? That how you got them figured, Mr. Jones?
Unless you can think of some other place in this area that has a great deal of cash on a Sunday.
Oh, no. Hey, I'm thinking the same thing. The armored truck.
What truck?
On Sundays, because the banks are closed, they ship the weekend receipts by truck to their office in San Bernardino.
Thing is, how can you count on a truck coming through Las Mesas? You don't always.
If Al is driving, you can count on him finding a way to stop for some of my apple pie, you bet. Hey, that's Ron Kirkley driving. He used to work for me as a short order cook.
That's probably how they found out the truck driver liked to stop in for your apple pie.
Hey, get away from that window. Sit down! Sit down, all of you!
Why isn't everything ready? I mean, the truck will be here any minute.
There's been a foul up. Earl's off chasing
All
this
right, then
guy.
we'll go without him.
Hey, gotta move on. We gotta get the people into position. Wiley, Mooney, let's go.
I should have known you'd come to no good when I fired you, Ron.
Yeah, we'll talk over old times later. Mooney, move. Our old friend Al is driving the truck, and when he gets here, I want you to do us all a little favor.
Like before, Mr. Wiley. Just look busy.
What about it, Glory? Time's running out. You been thinking about what I said?
Even if you got away with it, you'd be caught in a month.
Maybe. Be one hell of a month.
Oh, Tom.
Could have ruined the motor, Al, driving in with it overheating like this.
Had to take a chance, Mr. Wiley. Didn't have much choice.
Hey, Al? You ain't gonna pass up my famous apple pie, are you?
Not on your life, Mr. Mooney. Dave?
Yeah. Get Larry and me a piece, too.
Be gone in less than a minute, Gloria. What do you say?
Son, Before you go, how about loosening the lady's rope a little? It is hurting your wrist, isn't it? Isn't it, Gloria?
Yes. It hurts pretty bad.
Hey. I thought I made yours loose enough. Hold it right there.
Hey, that's not just a seam leak. Those look like bullet holes. Hey, Larry, there's something screwy going on here.
Freeze.
Keep your eye on him.
I'll come around from the other side.
Okay, be careful.
Open up. Make him do it or you're dead.
Larry, do like he says. He's gonna kill me.
Now untie him. Nice and easy.
Get out of there! Hold it!
Drop it. Drop it. You know, on top of everything else, you're a lousy driver. Get your hands up. Get them up.
Thanks, Al. I'll have you sign the typed report. Got ourselves quite a haul, haven't we, JR? Well, be seeing you both in court.
We're about to drive down to Los Angeles. Would you like a ride?
I don't know if going back is going to settle anything.
Did running away?
No.
Then why don't you give it another try? I know a fine young fellow named Robert, 2 beautiful children. He'd like that very much.
So would a girl named Gloria.
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen, also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Shera, with guest stars Vera Miles, John David Carson, Deborah White, John McLeod, with special guest star Salome Jens. Tonight's episode, The Reincarnation.
Of all people, Dr. Welker, not having enough sense to stay at home with a cold.
The older I get, the more my patients nag me instead of me them.
3 fingers of brandy for you. That's my remedy for what ails you. Now, you've got to follow my prescription for a change.
Oh, Diane, what a lovely party. And you look absolutely magnificent.
Thank you, Alice.
Diane always looks magnificent. As a matter of fact, I'd say smashing.
That's why I never give a party without you two. Oh, excuse me. Miriam, you old darling. There for a minute. I thought you weren't going to come.
Diane, don't you know better than to say old to divorcee trying to score for the 4th time?
I thought you and Greg had already settled on being married.
Shh, not so loud. I haven't told him yet.
You're impossible.
At least I'm always in there swinging. But you, Diane, are doomed to drink your loving cups alone for the rest of your life.
Now, don't start playing marriage broker.
I'm only trying to be a pal. How in heaven's name do you ever expect to land another man if the first thing the poor fellow sees when he comes in this mausoleum is that thing staring out at him?
Yes, I guess I should move it. I will one day.
Where's Gwen? Oh, no. That can't be your little niece from San Francisco.
Hi, Aunt Diane.
Gwen, where have you been?
I just went to freshen up. Hi, Miriam. It's good to see you again.
It can't be more than 3 years since your last visit here to Lake Crispell. And look at you.
She brought her boyfriend, too. They're going to spend a couple of weeks with me. By the way, where is David? Isn't it about time I met him?
He went into the village on some business. I thought he'd be back by now. There he is.
Hi. Sorry I'm late. You must be Diane.
Yes.
Gwen has told me so much about you. I feel like we've known each other for a long time.
David, this is Miriam Powers, a friend of Diane's.
It's uncanny, absolutely uncanny.
Afraid I don't understand. Something wrong?
Diane, don't tell me that you don't see the resemblance. It's positively chilling.
I knew there was something familiar. You're right.
Hey, what is this? A gag or something?
No, David. That's my Uncle Thomas.
It's a self-portrait that he did not long before he died.
He was a very good artist.
David's an artist, too.
Oh, now, you really must be joking.
Sorry, but it's true. Matter of fact, I was just in the village trying to get the gallery there to show some of my stuff.
Wherever did you meet this young man, Gwen?
He's a senior at Rutledge. We were in an art history class together. Oh, Diane, that reminds me. The books. I promised David I'd show him Thomas's art book collection.
Oh, yes, of course. In the library.
Nice to meet you.
Darling, let me get you a little stronger drink.
I have to talk to you, Diane.
What? What is it?
Well, not here. It's important and private.
Well, let me freshen up. I'll meet you outside.
Alice, Seth, I want you to meet a very dear friend of mine, Joseph.
Oh, Miriam, we've done it again.
California Meridian Insurance in for a big payoff on the dock?
With the double indemnity clause for accidental deaths, $200,000.
Oh, Doc, well, he didn't have an enemy in the world. All I'm trying to say is, well, it's almighty puzzling. Look, I've got a squad meeting, so you don't need me.
Sure, we'll just poke around a little longer.
If you come up with something, let me know.
Diane, I didn't mean to startle you.
What is it you want?
There's some people downstairs, outside.
Sheriff Anderson said there would be some investigators from the insurance company.
This is where it happened, isn't it?
You've never been in the studio before?
No. When I would visit as a kid, I was too afraid.
Thomas was working on that the night he was murdered, 20 years ago.
Such awful memories. Why don't you change it? Redecorate.
It's Dave.
Diane, you don't really think David looks that much like Thomas, do you?
What's wrong with that? Thomas was my whole life.
I wish I could tell you more, but I was in the library with Gwen when they found the body.
Where is the library?
Towards the back of the house.
And you didn't hear the crash of that pot hitting the ground?
I heard a lot of things in the library. Noises from the party and the wind.
Anyway, the library is on the other side of the house, away from where the accident happened. I am Diane Magnus. How do you do, Mr. Jones?
How do you do? This is my associate, Jedediah Jones.
How do you do? My niece, Gwen Wardlow. Aside from being my personal physician for I can't tell you how long, Dr. Welker was also a very dear friend of mine. So anything I can do to help you with your report, please let me know.
Well, just a couple of questions. I understand that you were the last person to talk to the doctor before he went outside.
Yes, he said he wanted to talk to me alone.
And then 4 or 5 minutes later, you went outside looking for him, according to the report.
I had a headache. I went to my room for some aspirin.
You have any idea what the doctor wanted to talk to you about?
No, he probably just wanted to scold me for not having my yearly physical.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Mangus. If there's anything else, we'll be in touch with you.
Anytime. Well, anyone for lunch?
Sounds great. But if you don't mind, I want to take Gwen into the village. Something I want to show her. That gallery has decided to hang some of my pictures.
Oh, David, that's marvelous. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, of course not. As a matter of fact, I'd like to go with you. I'd like to see some of your paintings.
Then what are we waiting for? Come on. Miss Wilson.
David! Oh, I know I said I'd make you famous, but you've got to give me more time than this.
Oh, I just wanted Gwen and Diane to see your place.
See his paintings hanging on a gallery wall, he means.
Very nice. But none as good as David's. He's a real find.
Which ones are David's?
None of these. You haven't hung them yet?
I haven't had a chance to. They're over here. Superb, isn't it?
Hello? Are you the people from the insurance company who called yesterday?
Right, you must be Karen. J.R. Jones, how are you? This is Barnaby Jones.
How do you do? I hope we're not intruding on your lunchtime.
Well, that's okay. Since Doc Welker died, all that's left for me to do around here is close out his practice.
You worked for the doctor a long time.
A little over 3 years.
Then you ought to know whether there was anything unsettling him, any personal problem.
He seemed okay to me.
There's just notation in the sheriff's report, something about a break-in on the night the doctor died.
Yeah, the report indicated that some narcotics were stolen.
Hopped up drug addicts, probably, who were passing through town. We get them once in a while. Well, they sure went out of their way to make a mess of things.
Why out of their way?
They tore through the old file room looking for the stuff. We've never even kept drugs back there.
You mind if we take a look?
I guess I should clean it up, but with the sheriff and his men checking, I didn't want to destroy any evidence.
If it was a drug addict who broke in, he certainly left a lot of morphine-based drugs behind.
Barnaby! Look at this. This cord has been cut.
Karen, you have any idea who might want to get into these filing cases?
They're just medical records from 15 to 20 years old. I wouldn't have the foggiest idea.
Yeah, but look what else. See, these case files are numbered here. See? 473, 474, 475, 477. Case file 476 is missing.
Old medical record? Why would anybody steal that?
15, 20 years ago. About the time of that unsolved murder.
Thomas Mangus. There's got to be a connection here, Barnaby.
Barry's looking at them.
Did you always want to be an artist, David?
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah. For as long as I can remember, I guess. My father taught art, you know.
May I?
Where's Gwen?
Oh, she's in the village doing some shopping.
Diane. I seem to have opened some old wounds. I'm sorry if I've upset you.
Because you look like Thomas. He was a very handsome man. You should consider it a compliment to be compared to him.
Yeah, but, paint like him, too. Sort of shakes a fella up.
Are you sure you've never been to Lake Crispell before?
Mm-mm. Never.
The flowers in the painting in the gallery, they seem to grow mostly around here. Have you seen them in a book or photograph?
I might have. Maybe I saw them in a dream.
A dream?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I see things in dreams. Don't know how to explain it, but I do. Oh, yeah.
Do your headaches always bother you so much?
But they pass.
Here, just relax. I haven't done this for anybody for a long time. Not since...
You do have the touch, all right.
I used to be quite good at this. About those dreams, When did you see the flowers first? Was it a long time ago?
I don't know. Was there ever an island out there?
No, why?
In this one dream, I remember I saw a lake. Flowers. Yeah. They were growing wild on an island in the lake. And there was an odd rock formation. And a large tree.
And the tree, did it hang out over the lake?
And it had a swing on it. No. It was an old tire hanging from a rope, hanging from a tree.
So the swimmers could swing out and drop themselves into the lake. That's Boulder Point. And it wasn't an island. It was a piece of land that jutted out into the lake over there.
Where? I don't see it.
Well, it's not there now. They removed it to widen the lake, but that was 18 years ago. How could you have known that?
I don't know. Hey, are you all right?
Just cold.
I better go in.
This coroner's report on Thomas Mangus. Why wasn't it handled by Dr. Welker? He was a local medical examiner, wasn't he?
Well, if I remember correctly, we farmed that autopsy out to the coroner at San Bernardino. Doc was out of town at the time.
Well, then the missing report from Dr. Welker's office couldn't have been about the Mangus murder.
Right. Anyhow, there's nothing unusual about a doctor or his nurse taking a patient's file out of the record for some reason and then forgetting to put it back in the right place.
Who was his nurse in those days?
Barnaby. You really put a man's memory to the test. Connie Graham. She's retired. Moved away from these parts years ago.
You know anybody who might be able to find her?
Well, Rose McCarty might. They were pretty close friends.
Is she still in town?
Yeah, works in the library. Right across that way.
I think I'll go have a talk with her. Thank you, Sheriff. Well, thank you very much. And when I see Miss Graham, I'll definitely give her your regards. Need some help?
Hi, JR. Thanks.
Where's your boyfriend?
David?
Is there more than one?
Well, he's out by the lake or somewhere.
Well, he's taking a chance, isn't he? Letting a pretty chick like you run around loose, huh?
Thanks, I needed that.
You two having problems?
No, it's all right.
Well, that reminds me. A friend of your aunt's, Miriam Powers, mentioned something about David looking exactly like a portrait of Thomas Mangus. What is that about?
It's true. He has a bizarre resemblance to my uncle. So much so it freaked out a few people at the party.
Really?
What's more, David even paints like my uncle.
He paints like him?
He has a painting hanging over there at the village gallery that is the exact twin of the one my uncle was painting the night he was murdered.
That is bizarre. What does your aunt think about all this?
Well, she tries not to show it, but she's pretty shaken up by it. Me too. Diana, I've been thinking. Maybe, David and I should fold up our tent and move on.
Leave? Why?
Well, with the maid being sick and all, it's just been too much work for you. Maybe we could go to Yosemite, spend the rest of the summer backpacking.
Well, whatever you and David want. You're no problem as far as I'm concerned.
We'll talk about it later, okay?
Yeah, sure. I'll get us some more coffee.
Maybe she's right. Maybe we should leave.
David, I want to show you something. Come in. I want to see what you think of this. If you decide to stay here, this could be your studio. Would you like that?
The Flowers of Xanadu.
How could you know that's what Thomas named it?
Gwen must have told me.
How could Gwen know he called it the Flowers of Xanadu? I never told her. I never told anyone. David, how did you know?
God, what have I done?
What is it?
What are you doing here?
David, what's happening? Are you all right?
I told you never to come into my house again. What are you doing with that knife? Put it away. What are you, crazy? No. No! No. Don't. Don't kill me.
Thomas. It's all right. You're safe now. Who was it? Could you see who it was? You've come back to me, Thomas. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
This picture Gwen told you about?
Must be. It's kind of a kinky sort of style, isn't it?
I imagine they said the same thing about Chagall, Dali, Picasso.
A very astute observation, Mr.
Jones.
Oh, Estelle Wilson.
How do you do? I don't mean to try to pass myself off as an art expert, but looks like a fair sample, the kind of work came out of the 50s and 60s.
Yes. David Burke is following in a very fine tradition.
You know anything about him?
He came in 2 or 3 days ago, showed me his paintings. That's all I needed to know.
Do you have any idea when he painted this?
It isn't completely dried through, so it had to be within the last 3 to 6 weeks. But believe me, at $350, it's a steal.
I'll think about it. Unless, of course,
I'll give it some thought, too. Thank you very much for your time, Miss Wilson.
Please, come back anytime.
Thank you.
Did it. How about that, huh? And on the first try.
You said you'd never sailed before. An admiral couldn't have done it better.
No, Diane. How many times I gotta tell you, you figure 8 the rope when you're tying off a boat.
Yes, Thomas, a figure 8. You always told me that.
Diane, this is all getting a little out of hand, isn't it?
Please don't. This has been one of the most wonderful days of my life. Don't spoil it for me.
It's been a really marvelous day for me, too. After what happened last night,
There you go again.
Come on, Diane. People are not reborn. Well, spiritually, maybe, but not physically. I mean, this reincarnation stuff it's a heavy trip.
Tell me something. Do you like being with me?
Yes, very much.
And are you? So it doesn't really make any difference who I think you are, does it?
Yes, it does. Because whatever happens, I want it to be me.
It is you.
Gwen!
Yes. What is it?
I'd like to talk to David. Is he around?
David?
What's the matter? You having boyfriend problems again?
It's unreal. You're not going to believe it, but it's true. She's taking him away from me.
You can't be talking about David and your aunt.
Yeah. And she's almost twice as old as he is.
Gwen, are you sure you're not just imagining this?
No. Diane's living in some sort of a fantasy world. Honestly, she actually believes that David is the reincarnation of Thomas Mangus. Now, if that isn't the most unreal thing you've ever heard, I don't know what is.
Gwen. Wish you had the common decency to keep family matters inside the family instead of discussing it with strangers. You wanted to talk to me, Mr. Jones?
Well, actually, we wanted to talk to David.
Yeah, what we'd like to do is nail down exactly where everybody was at the time of Dr. Welker's death.
I've already told you where I was. I was up in the library with Gwen.
Yes, a look at the art books. However, when Miriam Powers went by the library about that time, she said that the only person she saw in there was Gwen.
Exactly what are you implying by that? Gwen?
Is that true, Gwen? Were you with David up until the time you heard about Dr. Welker?
No. After a moment, David said his headache was getting worse, and he went to a back bedroom to lie down. He was alone.
That may be. But you don't have to make it sound like you just caught Jack the Ripper in a lie. You don't hate me that much, do you?
Thank you. Hi. I was beginning to think that perhaps you wouldn't get the message I left for you at the motel.
What's the matter? You afraid you wouldn't get here in enough time to pay the check?
I see you've gotten rid of your city cough.
Isn't it miraculous, Barnaby? I mean, what good mountain air can... Yeah, right. David Burke. Well, actually, there wasn't much to learn about him.
Didn't even have a police record? People at Rutledge University come up with anything?
Well, they are still checking, but if a Professor Burke ever taught art at the university, they don't have a record of it.
Well, something tells me this David guy is a phony baloney all the way.
Well, if he is, he certainly was telling the truth about living near the university. His mother just gave up the house that they had rented and moved away a few months ago.
Anybody know where she went?
I didn't have time to do a follow-up on her.
Did you have any better luck with Dr. Welker's old nurse?
Got the brass ring there. Connie Graham moved back to live with her sister in Ridge Valley, about 18 miles up the road to Lake Vesper.
Let's you and I have a talk with that lady. Jedediah, get on the phone, see if you can get a line on David's mother, where she can be reached.
See you later.
See ya.
Hello? We're in Las Vegas.
Darling, who are you talking to?
I, figured an occasion like this calls for champagne.
I'll be right out.
We did it. We got married.
David, you've made me very happy.
Said he wasn't about to take his clothes off in the presence of a woman, even if I was the doctor's nurse, unless we were on intimate terms. Yes, sir. That Thomas had a way with the girls.
Ma'am, we've already established that the missing file had nothing to do with Thomas's murder. Now, can you think of any reason why anyone would have gone to all the trouble of stealing it from the doctor's office? Whatever it is, must have had something to do with Thomas Mangus, either a birth, a death, an accident.
Something to do with Thomas. Hold it. Stop the presses. A birth. Yes, that could have been it. This illegitimate baby the doctor delivered.
An illegitimate child?
What did that have to do with Magnus?
He paid for it.
Oh. Who was the mother?
Poor thing. Her name was Rosalind. Young, 17 or so. A waitress in the village cafe.
Was the boy or a girl?
A boy. Pretty little fella.
Was Mangus the father?
Doesn't have to be his mistake for him to have paid the bills. Could have been for a friend. Anyway, Thomas was killed a few weeks later, so I guess we'll never know.
What about the boy and the mother? What happened to them?
Well, as soon as she was on her feet, Rosalind took the baby and left town. The shame of it, you know. Never saw either of them again.
Do you remember what Rosalind's last name was?
No. But it would be in that missing file, if you can find it.
I don't think there's much chance of that. Can you think of anything that might give us a lead? Do you have any ambitions? Anything odd about her?
Odd? She wanted to be an artist, if you call that odd. Some do. And yes, there was something else in that file about her leg. She broke her ankle in an auto accident. It never healed, and she wound up with a limp.
The lady that recently opened the art gallery in the village walks with a limp.
Gwen, darling. Wish us luck. Wish us mountains of luck.
What happened?
Thomas and... Well, you'll never believe this, but we got married. See?
You what?
Yes, we flew to Las Vegas. It all happened so suddenly. Oh, Gwen, don't look at me like that. I know how you must feel, but please, be happy for me.
Yes. Well, you need all the luck you can get.
You're leaving? Oh, you don't have to go.
Get off it, Diane.
Well, she rents an apartment in the back, but she's just not home now. Gwen! Wait a minute! Where are you going? What, are you leaving town?
I seem to have outworn my welcome, or vice versa. How's your investigation coming?
Well, it's coming. It's coming. Let me ask you something. Did you ever see David with the lady who runs the art gallery before she came to Lake Crispell?
No. But if that's who you're looking for, I think you will find her up at the Mangus house.
Are you sure?
I just passed her on the road. She is probably going up there to congratulate her star artist on snagging himself a rich wife.
Wife? What are you talking about?
David and Diane. They got married last night.
We better get right up there. Betty, tell the sheriff to meet us at the Mangus house.
David? I really don't feel like going sailing right now. Can't we go out on the lake after lunch? Wait for me! David? David! What kind of a crazy game are you playing? Listen, if you're trying to frighten me, you're certainly doing a good job. David? David!
Barnaby? How about that, huh?
What are you doing here? How dare you come into my house uninvited?
Where's Diane?
I don't know. She's out.
With your mother?
My what?
Rosalind Vickers, a waitress in the village until she changed her name, moved to a house near Rutledge University with her newborn son. We've done a lot of checking, Dave.
Get out of my house!
All right, just take it easy.
It's all right, son. We don't want to harm you. We just want to know where Diane and your mother are.
Diane murdered him. And she is going to pay.
You believe that Diane murdered your father? Thomas Mangus was your father, wasn't he?
No. Me. She murdered me!
All right, David, come on. It's all over.
Please, go away.
Where are they, David?
Barnaby. Let's go. Come on, David.
Why are you telling me these awful lies?
It's true. What I've told you is true. When Thomas found out I was pregnant, his feelings about me changed. He'd never marry me, he said, because he would never leave you. But it was I who had his son.
No, no more, please, please.
And then that night, I came to the house, pleaded with him one last time for the sake of my son. He offered me money, anything but what I wanted. A father for my son.
You killed him.
Yes. And then as David grew older, I began to see how much like Thomas he looked.
Is that when the idea came to you, Rosalind?
Stay back!
Is that when you started filling David's head with dreams of someday claiming his birthright? The Mangus name and everything that goes with it?
It was all so easy. Thomas used to come to me, tell me everything, every intimate detail. I knew more about you and your life than you did.
And you used it all to destroy your son's life. Look at him. Look what you've done to him. Look what you've made him into.
David, don't listen to them. David, I did it for you. I did it all for you.
In her statement to the sheriff, David's mother said that on the night of the party, she was standing out here watching.
Poor Dr. Welker. Why did she have to kill him? Because he was the only one who knew why David looked so much like your husband.
And then after that, thinking that there would be an investigation, she broke into the doctor's office and stole the file on David's birth.
I just came from the sheriff's office. When I heard what happened, I tried to see David, but they wouldn't let me.
Gwen, I've treated you so badly. Please forgive me.
I understand a lot of things now. I mean, if it's okay with you, I'd like to spend the rest of the summer with you.
I'd like that very much.
And we'll be leaving you both in good hands. Each other's.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Thank you both.
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Shera, with guest stars Edward Winter, Lou Frizzell, David Gruner, Buck Taylor, Chip Lucia. Tonight's episode, Shadow of Fear.
Who is it? Come on, who's there? Hi. My name's Betty Jones. You looking for somebody? I guess you're surprised to see somebody here. I know the cottage has been locked up for a long time. I inherited it from my aunt. Louise. Louise Norton? Did you know her? Hey, if you're interested, I'd be more than happy to pay you if you'd help me, you know. Well, listen, I gotta get inside. Got a lot of things to take care of.
Will? Don't sneak up on me like that. What? Woman? Hurt? Where? With the old Norton place? Give me a hand with it. Easy. Nobody's gonna hurt you. You cut your arm. Just lie still and you'll be all right.
You're right, she got hit pretty hard. Could have a concussion. Well, I'm gonna need some things. Now, pick him up at Clooney's. My place is too far. And, take my rig, huh?
You don't get many bikers through here. Where are you headed?
Nowhere. Just seeing the country. Is this stuff any good?
Well, it depends on how bad your indigestion is. Some swear by it, some don't.
Got anything better?
Nope.
Maybe I better see the doc. Where's he hang out?
Culverton, about 50 miles south of here.
You gotta be kidding.
Well, we used to have a doctor, but he passed away a few years back. We haven't had anybody since. I guess there's not enough money in these small towns for these modern fellows.
What do you do if someone gets hurt real bad?
The best we can. Have a good trip.
Yeah.
Hi, you will. What do you need now? Some fish hooks or shells? Oh, something for Doc. Who's hurt? Well, don't forget about old man Jameson. Tell Doc the headaches are bad again.
So how long is that gonna take?
Well, maybe 20 minutes, as soon as I get it back together.
I'll get it. Ace Machine Shop.
Foster, it's Stan. He's here in Circle Bluffs, just like I told you it would be.
Are you sure this time? We can't afford to miss another couple days' work from nothing.
You want me to handle it alone?
No. No way. We'll be there.
Stan's lead pay off?
Yeah. That's what he says. Come on, let's go.
I hope he's right this time. I'm tired of chasing all over the country.
You and me both. Mike, we're splitting for a couple of days. You're in charge, okay?
I gotta talk to Betty about her handwriting.
She seems to have finished the Wilson report. Over the cost sheet. We'll have to do that.
Cost sheet? Oh, Barnaby, do you know how hard it is to type a column of figures and keep it straight?
Jedediah, I think if you set your mind to it, you can rise to the challenge.
Thanks. You know, they can put a man on the moon, but we still have to type with our fingers. Pagion. Pagion. What's a pagion?
A what?
Pagion. P-A-G-E-O-N-E.
It's page 1.
Ah, why did Betty have to pick now to fix up that cottage?
Seemed to me you're the one who told her now's the time to sell.
Yeah, I got a big mouth, I admit it.
Long drive up there. The mountain air will do her good. I hope she got there all right.
Well, if you're worried about her, why don't you give her a call?
Because there's no phone in the cabin.
Well, she's a big girl. She can take care of herself. Which reminds me, I got a date tonight. Better get this cryptogram done.
Lie down. Lie down. You're in no shape to go dancing yet.
Ooh. What happened to me?
Lacerated arm, skull contusion, maybe a concussion. Your rain gutter fell on you.
Oh,
Are you a doctor?
Just a neighbor who knows a little first aid.
Thank you. All I can remember is that, strange, silent boy.
That's Will. The way you conked yourself sure put a scare into it.
Him? He never answered me. I talked to him and he just stared.
He can't talk. He's mute.
Oh.
And he stared because you're so pretty.
You haven't told me your name.
It's Paul Tierney.
I'm Betty Jones.
Hi.
That smells good.
It smells good. It is good. It's all the way you open the can. Lie down.
I think I can feed myself.
Just complete rest for a bit, okay?
All right. Oh, that is good. I haven't been fed like this since I was a little girl.
Come on, swallow.
Oh, golly, I have got to go into town and make a call.
You're not going anywhere. Neither am I. I'm staying the night.
Oh, I don't think so.
Look, you may have a concussion and somebody has to wake you every 2 hours. Swallow.
I heard the south end of the lake has the best fishing.
No more. It was fished out a long time ago. Only tourists go there now.
Where the regulars go?
The North Shore. Jameson's Cove, that's the best place. Are you planning on doing some fishing?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any tackle on that motorcycle of yours.
I'm gonna borrow it from an old buddy of mine. He lives around here, but I can't seem to locate him.
What's his name? Maybe I know him.
Well, his real name's Dwayne Nichols, but I think he's going by something else. See, he's got alimony trouble.
Dwayne Nichols. No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Well, he's about 35, 6 feet tall, light brown hair. He's good looking. Great fisherman.
A lot of great fishermen around here.
Evening.
Evening, Harv.
You shouldn't be drinking that.
What?
Nobody ever cured their indigestion with beer.
Oh, yeah. That medicine you sold me is great stuff. Fixed me right up.
The last call. Order up if you want another round.
That's enough for me. I'm gonna hit the sack. See you later.
What was he talking about?
Fishing. Why?
He didn't ask you about Doc.
No, he was talking about some guy named Dwayne Nichols. Thought he lived here.
What did he say this Nichols looked like?
Tall, about 35, light brown hair. Hey, come to think of it, that could be Doc. You think it is?
I don't know. He was questioning Haskins about a fella like that, and he asked me about Doc. Harry, I got a feeling he means trouble. Maybe big trouble.
Oh, good morning. It's Will, isn't it? Where's Paul? Oh, I was afraid he might have left. I'd like to thank you for yesterday. It was very kind of you to run and get Paul. Thank you. How soon, you gonna be ready? Breakfast, I am starved. 5 minutes? Oh, great. He hasn't eaten yet, has he? Okay, well, I'll go get washed up.
And he's not the type to like scenery. I can't figure why he's sticking around.
What's he look like?
Husky fella, tough looking. Walks with a little limp.
His right leg?
You know him?
I might.
I knew it. Trouble, right?
Could be. Thanks for warning me, Harv.
We'll keep an eye on him for you.
Thanks again, Harv.
No thanks needed. That's the least we can do, Doc.
Good morning.
How you feeling?
Oh, much better, thanks to you.
No headache, dizziness?
Just a touch of the hungries. Come on in and eat. Will has breakfast ready.
No, I can't. There's somebody I have to see. You stay with her, Will. If she gets drowsy, find me. You eat a good breakfast. Take it easy the rest of the day. There could still be complications.
Paul, you haven't given me a chance to thank you for last night.
Everybody up here helps each other.
There's something wrong, isn't there? Is it because you've given up something you had to do to help me?
No, of course not.
When will you be back?
I don't know.
Will, how's about you and me driving into town after breakfast for some groceries, huh? I think I'm gonna stay here for a couple of days.
You made good time.
Better believe it. We've been rolling most of the night.
What's up? The kid. Here's our ticket to dock. Tell Reed he's finished eating.
Will, did you use all the eggs this morning? Will, I'd like to fix Paul something special. I mean, if he does come back for dinner. What's his favorite dish? Excuse me, I'm sorry, but I know you're a friend of Paul's, and, well, I wanted to fix him something special for dinner tonight, and I just wonder if he ever mentioned anything that he really liked.
Lady, I'm afraid I don't know anybody named Paul. You, George?
Sure don't.
Paul Tierney? I could have sworn I saw you talking with him at my cottage this morning.
You must be thinking of somebody else. I haven't been out of the store all day.
Will, find Doc. Tell him there's 3 of those bikers in town looking for him now. No time to explain. Just do it. And make sure nobody follows you.
Look, I know it was you.
Are you sure you're not just imagining it, lady?
All right, fellas. I am perfectly willing to go along with the joke just like anybody else. But you are never going to be able to convince me that you don't know Paul. I mean, he's got to do his shopping here.
All these little towns look alike. You're probably thinking of someplace else.
Come on. Will lives with him. Will?
He left a couple of minutes ago.
Will? Where'd he go? Look, I know something's going on. What is it?
Nothing, lady, nothing.
You just lost yourself a customer.
Maybe we should have just warned her to keep quiet.
How do we know we can trust her?
I'm sorry I haven't called you sooner, Barnaby. I really just haven't had time. How's everything going there?
Well, that's all right. We're getting along fine. You would be surprised at the kind of work JR is turning out. All the reports are finished, and he's finishing up with a cost sheet now.
Oh, that's great. I was afraid that maybe you two fellows would have a little trouble there. Listen, Barnaby, if you could do me a favor, I'd really appreciate it. It shouldn't take more than a couple of phone calls.
Sure, what is it?
I'd like you to check out a name for me. Paul Tierney.
Paul Tierney. There might be a lot of Paul Tierneys. You got a middle initial?
I don't know. I just met him last night. He's about 6'1", light brown hair, around 35. He may be a doctor. You can check him out that way.
Sounds like you got a live one. What does he look like, Redford or Newman?
A little of both.
Ah, now I know what you want Barnaby to do. You want us to find out if he's married.
No, JR, that's not what I want to know. No, it's just that, I don't know, there's some sort of mystery about him.
Betty, is there something funny going on?
Oh, no, Barnaby. I'm sorry if I gave you that impression. No, it's just, oh, I'm just curious, that's all.
All right, what's your number up there?
555-2368.
I'll call you at 12:30.
All righty, that'll be swell. Thanks.
Where'd he go? Only a jackrabbit can make it up that way.
Doesn't make any difference. He's not the only one in town who can peg Doc. There's a woman knows him.
There better be. I'm getting sick of this whole thing. It's been hanging over us too long.
Don't worry. It's his turn to die. And I'll make sure he doesn't miss it.
Need an operation, Tom.
Operation? Yeah, too many people die in hospitals, Doc. Had a cousin once, young fella. Just had a sore arm.
What's the real reason that you don't want to go? Money?
Well, yeah. Business ain't been too good lately. Matter of fact, I don't know how I'm gonna pay you for this.
Oh, come on, you don't have to.
Well, something happened to Betty?
Motorcycles. There are 3 bikes now. Yeah, they're looking for me. Where's Betty? Did they see you with Betty? No, well, never mind about me. You get back to Betty and stay with her.
Tom, I have to run. Yeah. I don't want you to worry about this. You know, we'll get you taken care of, huh?
Okay, thanks, Doc.
Hi there. Beautiful day.
Usually is this time of year. What do you have?
Well, I don't know, something tall and cool.
Name it.
Oh, I know.
That's her.
I'll have that drink that Doc likes.
Who?
Doc, Paul Tierney.
Sorry, lady. Don't know the fellow. He must do his drinking someplace else.
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but he was very kind to me, and I... Please. I have been up and down this block twice. No one will tell me anything.
You want a drink or not?
No, thank you.
All right, I got it.
Excuse me, miss? Hey, miss? Miss?
Oh.
Excuse me. Don't mean to come on strong, but couldn't help but hear the runaround they're giving you back in there. They've been giving me the same thing. I'm looking for Doc, too.
Oh, well, thank heavens. I'm glad there's at least one other person who will even admit that he exists. Do you know what's going on? Why are they all lying?
You got me. He must be in some kind of trouble. I'd sure like to help him. He's an old school buddy.
School? Was it medical school? He is a doctor, isn't he?
Yeah? I guess you could call him that. I'd like to surprise him. Would you take me over to his place?
Sorry, I don't know where he lives. I only met him last night. I injured my arm, and he came to my cottage and helped me.
I guess he'll be coming back to change the bandage. Maybe I could meet him then.
I don't know when that'll be. Tell me your name, and then when I see him, I'll tell him you're in town.
That would spoil the surprise. I drove all this way just to see the expression on his face.
Excuse me, I think that's from me. Barnaby, would you please run that by me just one more time?
There was a Dr. Paul Tierney in Circle Bluff. He died 5 years ago.
That's impossible. I saw him this morning.
Betty, didn't you tell me the man that you met was about 35?
Yes?
Well, the Dr. Tierney who died was 81.
81?
So obviously, we're talking about two different people.
Oh, of course. Barnaby, the man I met was his son.
According to the record, Dr. Tierney had no family.
Well, there's got to be some mistake. And I just talked to a school friend of Paul's, but he didn't look any older than 30.
Well, maybe the school friend is a phony, too. There's no mistake about this, Betty. We double-checked.
Well, if there's no Paul Tierney, then who bandaged my arm last night?
Your arm? What's the matter with your arm?
Betty's hurt?
It's just a small cut, nothing serious.
Betty, I get the feeling that there is something funny going on up there. Why don't you come home?
I can't. Not until I find out what this is all about.
Then I'm coming up. Give me all the details you can. I'll have Jedediah do some more checking.
I've told you all I know about Paul.
What about that school friend? Did you get his name?
No, I didn't. He's with two other fellows. They're all on motorcycles. I can give you their license numbers. Maybe you can, check them out that way. California license 545169 and 9Z9951.
Now, you go back to the cabin. Sit tight till I get there.
What took you so long to get here?
Well, I was followed by a man on a motorcycle.
All right. You're getting out of here right now.
Oh, Paul, please. Please tell me what this is all about.
It doesn't concern you.
You helped me. Please, let me help you.
You can't. Nobody can.
Please tell me what kind of trouble you're in. Listen, if you're into some bookies for heavy bread, I'll break open my piggy bank.
You'd empty your bank, huh?
Yeah.
You'd do that for me?
Yes.
If I had a glass slipper, I bet your foot would fit into it.
Please tell me.
But if I had a glass slipper, with my luck, it'd break. Keep an eye on the princess, will you?
What are you going to do?
This thing's gone too far. I'm going to put an end to it.
Well, then take me with you. Please.
You are, you know. A real princess. Now pack your bags and get out of here.
Where have you been? We've been wheeling all over the mountains looking for you.
What happened? Looks like you wiped out. I did. I was chasing Doc. I would have had him if I hadn't wiped out in his gravel.
You know where he went?
No. I spotted him coming out the side road down here. Help me haul my bike up. I'll see what's down at the end of it.
Will, you have got to tell me what kind of trouble Paul's in. Please, I want to help. At least tell me what those 3 men want. Will, I have a friend coming from Los Angeles, a private detective. But he's not going to be able to help unless we... I can't. Will, please. I'm holding you back. You go on. You've got to. You're all alone. Get help.
Hey, the kid's getting away.
Let him. He'll bring back Doc.
Who are you? What do you want with him?
We want justice.
Yeah. We're gonna blow him away.
We tracked them down from their license plates, Doctor. The guy at the bike shop said that they were just released from here a few months ago.
Sure, I remember Foster and Reed, but there were 3 of them. Stan Evans was part of the group, too. We had to rebuild his knee joint. He took some shrapnel in Nam.
Well, could you give me a rundown on them? It's very important.
Well, from the time they left Nam, they've only had one thing in mind. That's to find Dr. Dwayne Nichols. It's an obsession with him.
Dwayne Nichols, who is that?
They were all 3 wounded in action. Nichols was one of the doctors who took care of them in the field. One of the best young surgeons who ever served under me.
Well, why are they looking for him?
It's not a pretty story. And the tragedy of it is that it could have happened to anybody serving with an advanced medical unit.
What right? What right have you to pass judgment on another human being?
He passed judgment on us.
Yeah. We were flat on our backs, and he left us to die.
When we needed him the most, he ran out on us. We had to lay there and watch the Viet Cong coming over the hill.
Nichols had 3 tours of duty with that advanced field unit. I can't tell you how often they were under fire. But during the last months, it was almost constant. We couldn't get supplies to them, replacements. And during the last barrage, both nurses and the other doctor were killed.
You mean he was left alone with the wounded?
For nearly 2 days. Must have been hell. He was already suffering battle fatigue. Anybody would have cracked.
Even if we knew where the other 2 went, we wouldn't tell you, Doc. You're too important to us. We don't want anything to happen to you.
Go stay at my hunting cabin for a while, Doc. They'll never find you that far up in the hills.
No, I'm through hiding. I've got to face this thing once and for all. They have Betty where? At the cottage?
Don't be a fool, Doc. You can't go up there alone.
That's me. It's me they want, not Betty.
That's it, Nichols.
It's been a long time, Captain.
Barnaby? Oh, man, I thought you'd never call. Betty is sitting on a keg of dynamite.
Take it easy, Jedediah. Just tell me about it.
All right. Her doctor's real name is Dwayne Nichols. Now, those 3 bikers have sworn to kill him. It goes back to Vietnam, something about...
Sounds like I better get right up to that cabin. I'll get the details later.
I figured you were smarter. But you were licked the day you jumped ship in Seattle.
Yeah, we got that information from a pal in Army intelligence.
Figured you were heading here. Remember how you shot your mouth off about this place that day in Nam when you were working on my leg? Told me how great it was. How you used to come here fishing as a kid.
Don't move, Doc.
All right, that's it, folks. Don't come any closer.
Mister, there are 5 of us. And only 3 of you.
Listen. This is none of your business. Just get back in your car and get out of here.
We ain't going no place. You do something to Doc, you gotta go through us.
Harv, stay out of this. It's between them and me.
Shut up! We're finishing something that started a long time ago.
That's right. Promise we made in Vietnam.
This great doctor of yours ran out on a tent full of wounded men. Left us to be captured.
All right, I left you. I could say it was because I had no plasma left. No water, no morphine. No. No, that's not it. I left. I ran because I was scared. And I couldn't stand watching you suffer anymore without being able to do anything about it.
Yo, what about the 3 men that died in that tent because of you?
This man doesn't desert people who need him. Not even strangers like me. You all know Paul. Tell him.
That's right. Doc came out in a snowstorm to look after my wife. Traveled 5 miles on foot.
He looked after my little girl even when he was sick himself.
Can't tell you how many lives he saved in that brush fire last year. Went right through the worst.
Yo, you're breaking my heart. But that doesn't change what happened to us. Get him into the 4-wheeler. Well, what are you waiting for?
Nothing. Let's go, Captain.
What's it?
He's a mute. Will, don't. You can't help.
He has the right to try. Oh, please listen to him. What is it, Will? Oh, he's talking about the car crash he was in. The crash where you lost your mother and father. He was almost killed. Glass ripped his throat. He almost died. Paul pulled him out of the wreck himself. Worked on him right there in the woods. He saved his life. I think what he's trying to tell you is that Paul took him in after the crash and has been looking after him ever since.
Doc's looked after all of us these past 3 years.
More times than not. Didn't ask for any pay either.
Look, I know all of you have been through a lot, and I really can't blame you for the bitterness you feel. Or for the hatred that you've carried with you all these years. But haven't you ever felt scared? Haven't you felt like running?
My knee was gone. I didn't have the choice of running. He did.
Yes. And he's suffered for it all this time. Does the suffering have to go on? I mean, haven't you all suffered enough? And these people here, what will taking away their only doctor prove? What will it solve? Will killing Paul change the past? Don't you see? The man that you've hated all these years doesn't exist anymore. He died in Vietnam, too.
Oh, what the hell?
It's finished.
Barnaby!
Well, it's a pleasure to see civilized folks solving their problems in a civilized manner. Almost makes it all worthwhile.
How do you do, Doctor? My name is Barnaby Jones. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Mr. Jones, this is Will Harper. He's a friend.
How do you do?
Well, I've notified the authorities that I'm turning myself in.
Did they say anything about amnesty?
With your record, Doctor, you ought to have a pretty good chance.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. But I'm coming back here, no matter how long it takes.
Well, I don't know about Betty, but I'd been planning to come back up here myself, do a little fishing. Betty, too bad you're selling that cabin. It would have been a nice place for me to stay.
Gee, Barnaby, what gave you that idea?
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Shera, with guest stars Jenny O'Hara, Stacy Baldwin, Art Hindle. Tonight's episode, The Devil's Handmaiden.
Look who it is. Big deal, Julie Tyler. Poor little girl has to snitch to the teachers because she has no daddy to protect her from us mean kids. Yeah, that's because she never even saw her daddy. Or even knew what his name was. He was long gone by the time she was born.
You shut up, Donald Wilson. You two bend up, and if you don't leave me alone, I'll tell Miss Coogan on you.
Oh, don't be mad, Julie. Hey, we got a surprise for you. We know who your daddy is. Don't you want to meet him? He's dying to meet you. Ain't you interested in knowing what he looks like? We'll give you a chance to meet him face to face.
Donald, you don't have a father either.
Well, yeah, but at least I knew who he was, and how the medal he won in Vietnam. And now he's got his Uncle Harry. Yeah, and he tells everyone I'm like his own son.
Well, he's not going to be around much longer.
What's that supposed to mean?
Your Uncle Harry's going to get killed today when his new tractor runs over him.
You're a real screwball, you know that? A real lying screwball.
That's Dave Dufferin over there.
Thank you.
Mr. Dufferin?
Yes?
Sorry to disturb you. They told me at your office I'd find you here. I'm Barnaby Jones.
Man from California Meridian Insurance. Please join me.
Thank you.
Joe, I have my coffee now.
How about your friend?
Glass of milk, please.
That report I turned in on the Wilson accident must have shaken a few heads for them to hire a private detective to look into it.
No, it's not unusual when there's a double indemnity payoff involved. But I was intrigued with some of your ambiguous statements in your report.
Ambiguous? All I did was set down the facts as I know them to be.
Here you go, gentlemen.
Thank you. Among other things, you say it appears the tractor slipped into gear, thus apparently setting the machine in motion of its own accord. And then you go on to say the tractor seems to have swerved into Mr. Wilson, crashing him against the side of the barn. Appears, seems.
It does sound like conjecture. But since there were no witnesses to the accident, that's the best I can do.
Wilson's sister-in-law, Louise, was in the house at the time. Said she looked out the window and saw the tractor parked there.
Unfortunately, the tracks got mucked up.
Still plain enough to see why you hedged on your report. The tracks do veer.
Huh? That rock over there might have caused the tractor to veer when it ran over it.
Kind of like changing the course of an Army tank with a slingshot. But stranger things have happened. Where is the tractor? I'd like to see it.
On the side. I called in a factory mechanic to check it over. Nothing wrong with the gears. You want to look at it?
Mm-hmm.
I better stop in and see Harry's sister-in-law. She's not too happy about all that insurance money going to Harry's mother back in Ohio.
Looking pretty good. You think it's gonna work? Yeah, I hope so. This is gonna be super. Can't wait.
Hi, fellas.
Who are you?
My name is Barnaby Jones. The insurance company sent me out here to check on the accident.
Oh, yeah. My mom said they'd be sending someone out to snoop.
You must be Donald, Mr. Wilson's nephew. I understand that you found him.
Yes, sir.
Was anyone else around?
No, except maybe for a witch.
A witch? Who are you?
Ben Dufferin. My dad works in insurance, too.
Yes, we've met. Tell me some more about this witch.
Well, that's who said what happened to my uncle was gonna happen.
You mean somebody predicted the accident before it happened?
Yeah, Julie Tyler. This gunky girl that's in our class. She's a real witch. Yeah, she did the same with Mr. Ferris.
Mr. Ferris?
He runs a poinsettia farm down on the other side of town.
You mean he also had an accident that she predicted?
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it an accident. But a week ago, he went away, and she said he'd never return. And so far, he hasn't.
You sure you guys aren't letting your imagination run away with you?
No, sir. Julie Tyler's got this power.
Ben, it's enough of that. Get yourself on home. You too, Donald. Your mother's looking for you. It's a shame we have to grow up and lose the capacity to fantasize like kids do.
You've heard their story before.
That's another thing about kids. They like answers to things that mystify them, even if they have to make them up themselves.
I can't wait to meet this Julie Tyler. Where do I find her?
Oh, her mother runs a boarding house up on the old Pond Road. Can't miss it.
Mrs. Tyler?
Nice approach, but wrong lady.
No, I'm Sarah Proctor. I only live here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you want to go around by the kitchen, Miss Tyler's usually there this time of day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Julie, would you answer that, please? Tell whoever it is I'll be right down.
Yes?
Hello there. I'm Barnaby Jones. Would you be Julie?
Are you the new truant officer?
No. I just want to talk a little bit about that accident the other day,
What accident?
where the tractor ran down Harry Wilson. I was told you had some notion it was going to happen before it happened.
No. No, that's not so. I know who told you that, and those two boys are liars. They're always making trouble for me.
They seem like nice young fellas. Why would they do that?
I don't know. They just hate me.
Julie, back to bed. What do you want with Julie? She's sick.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Tyler. I didn't know that. I'm just gathering information on Harry Wilson's accident.
What would Julie have to do with that?
Probably nothing. I just thought she may have been somewhere near the farm when it happened.
Oh, you're mistaken. She came straight home from school that day. Excuse me. Julie? You promised me you were not going to read those awful books anymore.
It's just a book, Mom.
Well, it's not just the books I'm worried about. You spend too much time by yourself. Why can't you be like a kid? Go out, play with your friends.
Because I don't have any friends, Mama.
Oh, hello, Julie.
Oh, Mr. Jones.
Doing a little reading? I'm kind of big on that myself. Kind of heavy subject matter. Witchcraft, demonism.
I'm just taking out a book for my friend.
Well, it's not a nicer thing you can do for a friend. What's the book? I'm kind of interested in that subject.
I don't know why she likes this stuff, but I guess she does.
Possessed by the devil. Wonder if I could have a talk with this friend of yours.
No. No, I promised I'd never tell. I have to go. Oh, now look what you made me do.
No, I didn't. I didn't make you do that, Julie. No one has that power over anyone else. Not me, not anyone. And that goes for those so-called demons and witches.
Please, Mr. Jones, I really have to go.
Julie, could I ask you just one question? Did you say Mr. Wilson was going to be killed before it happened?
No. No, I told you those two boys are liars. They make up those stories to hurt me. Why don't you believe me?
I'd like to, Julie, I really would. But I think you're holding something back, something that's troubling you deeply. What happened that day?
All right. I did tell Donald Wilson that the tractor would run over his uncle, but only because he was making fun of me.
How did you know it was going to happen in just that way?
I just knew.
What do you mean you just knew?
Well, I can't explain it. They were teasing me, and the words just came out.
Was it the same when you spoke about Mr. Ferris not coming back from his trip?
Yes. I don't like saying those awful things, but I just can't seem to help myself. Maybe I even make them happen.
That isn't possible, Julie.
But what if I do have some evil power inside of me? Like maybe I'm in league with...
Hi, Barnaby. I've been getting reports of you being around all day. Sorry I wasn't in the office when you came by.
That's all right. Like a good hound dog, I got a few sniffs of the territory and then took off on my own.
So, how's the investigation going?
Routine, a couple of puzzlements. One of them, Julie Tyler.
Catherine Tyler's daughter. What about her?
Well, it seems that some of the kids in town have selected her as a target for their spite. You think of any reason why?
Well, you know, kids can be cruel, especially when they know another kid's weak spot. In Julie's case, it's her parentage.
Some doubt of it?
None at all. She's plain illegitimate. Her father, whoever he was, took off as soon as he learned that Catherine was going to have his baby. Small towns, Barnaby. That sort of thing doesn't sit well with some folks, you know.
But as far as Julie herself is concerned, she's never been in any trouble?
No. What's she got to do with the investigation, anyway?
Just something I'm working on. Now, tell me about Martin Ferris.
Well, he owns a big poinsettia farm. What's he got to do with it?
I want to ask him a few questions, but I heard he went on a trip and never came back.
He went to a flower growers convention down in Los Angeles. That's all I know. Oh, if you want to know any more about Julie, you might ask her teacher. That's Mrs. Coogan, over by the cash register.
240 out of 5. And I finished reading that book you lent me last week, and it's great.
I'm glad you like the Deerslayer, Joe. Next time you stop by my house, I'll have another one for you. The Odyssey by Homer. You'll like it even better. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Mrs. Coogan? Pardon me, ma'am. I'm Barnaby Jones. Sheriff Mason said that you might be able to tell me something about one of your pupils, Julie Tyler.
Julie? Is she in some sort of trouble?
This is background material for an accident case that I'm investigating.
What is it you want to know?
Well, it's mainly about Julie's veracity. If she were called as a witness in a court proceeding, would she be inclined to dramatize the truth a little?
Perhaps. Julie's had her share of problems. So she tends to retreat into her world of imagination. It's rather a vivid one, I'd say.
This vivid imagination of Julie's, does she ever get it confused with reality?
Why, Mr. Jones, all children do.
Barnaby Jones Investigations.
Does your answering the phone mean that Betty's still working on the Glenville report?
Well, actually, Barnaby, she's out making some copies of the deposition. So I'm just here all by myself alone, holding down the fort. And I hope you'll remember that during Christmas bonus time.
Yes, write this down. Martin Ferris.
Got it.
He's a poinsettia grower who drove into Los Angeles last week to attend some kind of a flower convention. I want to know whether he's still in town.
Anything else?
Yes. As you remove your feet from my desk, don't scratch it.
Barnaby, you know I'd never do a thing like that to your desk.
Well, I certainly appreciate your calling, Mrs. Coogan. Oh, Julie always says that she considers you one of her best teachers. Oh, yes. Yes, she will. She'll be in school tomorrow. I'll see to that myself. Thank you. You know, I'm getting a little tired of lying for you.
I don't know why you always have to make me out to be a villain.
You watch so much television, you're beginning to talk like it. Martin is right about you. You spend too much time by yourself.
You don't have to bring Mr. Ferris into this. He never know about me anyway.
Julie, honey. I was going to wait until Martin got back from Los Angeles to tell you about this, but I think maybe I better tell you about this now.
Tell me about what?
Well, Mr. Ferris and I, Martin, we're... Well, how would you like a stepdad? Well, it's better late than never, huh? Well, don't worry about it, sweetheart. I'm not marrying him just for you, you know.
No! You just have to forget about him. Because he's never coming back. Never!
I knew you might be a little upset about this, but I never dreamed you'd be so mean, so jealous of losing your place around here that you would wish a thing like that. You make me ashamed. The Betty Jones special delivery service comes through again, sir.
The call would have been faster.
Oh, yes, but not half as much fun. Oh, I hope you haven't finished that coffee.
Help yourself.
Thank you.
Did Jedediah dig up anything on Martin Ferris?
Mm-hmm. He checked the flower growers' reception committee. Seems Ferris had a reservation at a midtown hotel, the one he stays at every year.
Were you able to contact him?
Oh. He never showed up, but he didn't cancel his reservation.
Maybe he never arrived in the city.
Or perhaps he didn't intend going in the first place.
According to the people I talked to, he'd been looking forward to it all year.
What do you think happened?
I wouldn't venture a guess. But there is somebody who might know. Come on.
Hi, Julie. This is my daughter-in-law, Betty Jones.
I'm late for school, Mr. Jones.
Oh, you still have a few minutes?
Julie, I've got to ask you again about Martin Ferris.
What about him?
Why did you predict that he wouldn't come back from his trip?
I don't remember.
Julie, it's important. If you know where he is, now's the time to speak up.
Mr. Ferris is at the bottom of Windale Canyon.
I must have been out of my head to let you talk me into this.
Bear with me, Sheriff. Sometimes it pays to go with an instinct.
Yeah, but it's costly. In money, manpower, and time. If anyone finds out that we're here on the word of an over-imaginative 12-year-old girl, I'll be kicked out of this county.
Sheriff, I think they found something.
Found the car, Sheriff. I can see that. Anyone inside?
Yeah, and it sure looks like Martin Ferris.
Barnaby, that's just a preliminary workup. But there's nothing in that paper to indicate that the coroner's final report's going to come up with any surprises.
You mind if I also have a look at the personal effects you took off of Ferris?
Oh, sure thing.
Sheriff, what about these bruises on his forehead?
Well, Betty, that's consistent with the angle of descent when the car went off the road.
I guess everything can be explained away, just like the Wilson accident. Except for one thing.
Yeah. Julie Tyler's predictions.
You and I could make a fortune in the market with guesses like that, Sheriff. What about Harry Wilson?
Okay.
Maybe the girl has ESP. Psychic powers. Maybe she even sticks pins in voodoo dolls. But there is absolutely no evidence that puts her anywhere near the victims at the time of their deaths. Unless there's some proof of a physical, not supernatural tie-in, there's nothing I can do but label the deaths as being accidental. Look, Barnaby, I'm sure there's some logical explanation to all of this, and I'll do the best I can. Yeah? Okay, I'll be right there. Look, Barnaby, just put the stuff back in the envelope when you're finished. Sure. I'll be right back.
What are you doing?
What do you see?
Safety deposit box key?
Yeah, the water beads and...
Well, that's because someone's either put grease or wax on it.
My guess is wax.
I bet you've already guessed why it's there.
Somebody made a duplicate key.
Poor old Harry Wilson didn't cold in the ground, and here we are doing this again, Sheriff.
Just open it, Ned.
Ferris put all his money in rare coins, called it his hedge against inflation.
Empty. Same way Wilson's was.
You have any record of the last time Ferris got into this?
The day before he left for that convention in L.A. He could have taken him out then.
Did Ferris's lawyer say anything about finding any coins at his home?
No. And we certainly didn't find any in his car.
Well, if he did take the coins with him to Los Angeles, that might be why he ended up in the canyon.
But if robbery was the case, how come the thief didn't take the $380 we found in his wallet?
Well, Sheriff, that calls for another one of those logical explanations that we have to come up with.
Hi. Hi. Has your mom seen about Mr. Ferris yet?
Yeah.
That's really terrible. Could you give my check to your mom? It's for the rent.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it early tonight. Night.
Miss Proctor's rent. I'm sorry about Mr. Ferris, Mom. Really, I am.
You never liked Martin, did you?
No. No, I didn't. Good night, Mother.
Is that all you have to say?
Good evening, Mrs. Tyler. This is my daughter-in-law, Betty Jones. I wonder if we could speak with Julie again. It's rather important.
I'm sorry, it's too late. She's in bed.
Wasn't that Julie on the stairs?
No, it was probably a boarder.
Well, maybe you could help, Mrs. Tyler. We heard that you and Martin Ferris were going together.
That's true.
I know it must be difficult for you to talk at a time like this, but we're particularly interested in how he and Julie got along.
Julie? She was very fond of Martin.
Well, isn't there a chance that he may have told Julie he was going away before anyone else knew it?
He could have.
Well, that certainly would explain away part of her prediction.
Her prediction? Julie made a prediction About Martin?
Don't you think in their conversations he may have told her something about his coin collection?
No. Why would he talk about money with her? He was marrying me, not my 12-year-old daughter. Please, I've had enough, please.
Yes, of course. Sorry we bothered you.
Wait a minute. Yesterday you told me that Martin was never coming back. How did you know that?
I just knew.
My God. What are you? Who are you? How do you know these things?
Mama,
Did you make it happen? Did you? Did you? You're the devil's handmaid.
No, Mama, no.
Look. What happened to you?
Now's the time.
No more, please. No more.
Yes. She has to die.
You like the others?
Yes. It has to look like an accident. Shove her down the stairs. She'll break her neck for sure.
What if it doesn't work?
It will. Make it look like the cane got caught in the stairs and broke. Then one good shove and it'll be all over.
I'm afraid.
Always afraid.
Mr. Avery?
Oh. Mr. Avery, could we buy you another cup of coffee?
Well, my doctor says none is my limit, and I've already had 2.
Well, since we can't offer you anything, maybe you could offer me something. Just take a minute.
Have a seat. What is it you want, Mr. Jones?
How difficult would it be for someone to duplicate a customer's safe deposit box key?
I suppose with the proper key blank and tools, any key can be duplicated.
But aren't safe deposit box key blanks difficult to come by?
Yes, reputable key makers are very careful about who they make them for.
But this particular key blank would not be difficult for somebody already in the banking business to get a hold of.
Are you implying that someone in the bank tampered with the Wilson and Ferris deposit boxes?
Let me finish. Even with a duplicate customer's key, it would require that other key, the bank master key, in order to open the box. Who besides yourself would have access to that key? I mean, when you're out.
Thank you for returning the book so promptly, Joseph.
That James Fenimore Cooper sure can write an exciting story.
Well, I'm really impressed. Here, let me get you some more coffee.
Oh, if you're sure it's no trouble.
It'll only take a minute. I think it's time you started reading some of the earlier classics. How does that sound?
Fine with me, Mrs. Coogan.
I know one you would like. The Odyssey.
Okay, if you say so.
There. The water's on. It should be pricking away in no time.
Oh, ma'am, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was this late. I better get to work.
Oh, that's too bad. Maybe another time.
Yeah, and that other book you mentioned.
The Odyssey by Homer.
Maybe I can pick it up later today.
Fine, Joseph. My door is always open to someone who wants to learn.
I sure do appreciate that, ma'am.
Well, did you find it?
What do you think?
You sure took your sweet time.
Can I help it if the old biddy wouldn't leave the room?
I wish I hadn't let you talk me into this. You know, we should have stopped with Wilson. I knew we were going to have trouble with that one. I just knew.
Hey, relax. I promised this would be the last one. But from what you told me she's worth, this is too good to pass up. After it's all over, you'll thank me. You'll see.
Okay. I'll see you in half an hour, huh?
Doctor, I'm not sure psychiatry is the answer. That's why I want you to see her. That's why I want you to talk to her. Yeah.
Julie, wait a minute. I want to.
No,
but I've got to save her. Julie! Julie!
Something wrong, Mrs. Tyler?
No, it's my daughter. What do you people want now?
We'd like to talk with Sarah Proctor.
She left early. Try her at the bank.
This also concerns Julie, Mrs. Tyler. I know you must be troubled about her, but if you help us, we might be able to straighten things out.
Help you how?
By letting us take a look around Miss Proctor's room.
Morning, Sarah.
Morning.
You're late. I thought you might be sick.
Well, I do have sort of an upset stomach, but I thought I'd come in and give it a try anyway.
Well, I'm sure being questioned by that overly suspicious detective didn't help to settle your stomach. Didn't mine.
Mr. Jones?
Didn't you see him?
No.
He went over to the boarding house to see you.
Well, you know, I think I'll just go over there and see what he wants. You know, if I don't, I'll just worry about it all day long, and you know how that is.
There as much as you thought?
There's more. There's one problem. Suddenly Jones wants to see me.
Maybe we better split now.
No. No, see, running to just set him out after us. And we're going to have to sit here and play it cool. And once the old lady's out of the way, there is no way they can tie us to anything. So you better take care of her fast.
Trust me, baby. It's done.
I don't like this. What has Sarah got to do with Julie's problem?
I think it's just possible she might be the cause of it.
Barnaby feels there may be some link between the job that Sarah has at the bank and what happened to Wilson and Mr. Ferris. That's what we're looking for now, some sort of evidence that might prove that.
What are you looking for now?
Sometimes these old houses have hollow places in the walls hiding. What's that?
It's just an old heating vent. My parents had a new furnace put in years ago.
What's up there?
The attic. Julie's room.
Betty, take a run up to Julie's room.
All right. Why?
If my hunch is correct, you'll find out when you get there. Did Miss Proctor entertain guests here?
Mr. Jones are respectable guests.
I'm not just looking for gossip, and I respect your desire to be discreet, but this could be very important for Julie's sake.
On occasion, Sarah had a visitor here. Barnaby! Barnaby?
I can hear you, Betty. Can you hear me?
Your voice is rather weird, but I can hear the words pretty clear.
Where do the words seem to be coming from? Anywhere near the bed?
Yes, right by it.
You can come down now. I think we have discovered the source of Julie's premonitions. Mrs. Tyler, Julie heard Miss Proctor and her guest plot the murder of Wilson and Ferris down here. Probably when she was asleep. Now, who was Miss Proctor's guest?
Joe Bronson.
Cafe manager?
They said they wanted to keep their affair a secret.
I found this on Julie's desk.
Maybe that's what upset her so much this morning.
When was that?
Right before you came, she ran out of here. She was shouting something about, I've got to save her.
You recognize the woman in the drawing?
Oh, the staircase looks familiar. What's that?
The way it's curved, it looks like it.
It's a cane. That's a cane. That's Mrs. Coogan, her teacher.
Mrs. Coogan!
Why, Julie, this is
Please, Mrs. Coogan, you've got to get out while there's still time. They'll be coming soon. The voices told me you're in danger.
Oh, now, Julie, please, calm down. I didn't understand a word you said. Now say it over again, but slowly.
I had this dream. You were laying at the foot of your stairs. Only I'm not sure it was a dream.
Julie, go in the kitchen, get yourself a drink of water, catch your breath. I'll be with you in a minute. Now go.
Hi again, Mrs. Coogan.
Why, Joseph, I didn't expect to see you again so soon.
I clean forgot today was my day off, so I thought I'd come back and get that book you mentioned.
Oh.
You mind?
My copy of the Odyssey is upstairs. I'll get it for you. Julie, I'll be with you in a minute.
Julie, there's somebody else here?
A student of mine, Julie Tyler. Poor dear's really in a state over something.
That's so.
She's had a bad dream about me falling down these stairs. Child has a vivid imagination.
That car, it's Sarah Proctor's.
Mr. Jones, I was just looking for you.
Yeah, when you found me, stay with her, Betty. Hold it right there, Bronson. Give it up! Julie? Julie? It's all over, Julie. You're all right now.
Sheriff Mason called, he told me.
You can be very proud of Julie, Mrs. Tyler.
The way it timed out, I think she saved Mrs. Coogan's life.
I'm very proud of Julie. Julie, can you forgive me for those terrible things I said to you? There are a lot of things that I never said to you in words. Whatever my life has been, and whatever it's going to be, you are the most important part of it. Thank you, Mr. Jones, Betty.
There's nothing to be afraid of now, is there, Julie?
Remember, demons disappear pretty quickly when you don't have to face them by yourself.
I'll remember. Thank you.